Austin and Tans, we try to keep us sanity watching a bunch of movies. Today we're talking about the Bad Guys 2, Nobody 2, and the Old God 2, because why the fuck not? Now I know what you're thinking. These sequels are set up in the first movie, so these sequels aren't necessarily unnecessary, which is a good point. But secondly, and more importantly, this is my video, so shut the fuck up. And yeah, they did all have setup, but so did Tomb Raider, so that doesn't really mean anything. I think ignoring the setup, the stories were complete. They told the story and there was a conclusion. It was over. The Old God sequel setup was the return of a character that she briefly mentioned. So if you removed it, it wouldn't change the movie. Now whether the movie should have a sequel with or without the setup is another story entirely. Not to keep shitting on Tomb Raider, but the movie wasn't great, so it didn't get a sequel. The Old God had a great premise, but a terrible execution. So investing money into a sequel doesn't seem like a great idea. But Netflix doesn't understand the concept of restraint, so also they can just fudge the numbers and say it was successful, even though we know it wasn't. I'll make a separate video on the Old God, so let's move on. The movie does look cool. I don't understand how she's the oldest one, but is still immortal. So is it based on lives lost, or is it just luck? So the one seeking revenge just so happened to be the oldest and the luckiest when it came to life RNG.
With a power you can't even imagine yet.
The inability to blow out a fire. I'm excited to see Kill Bill go up against the Atomic Blonde. This movie still has one of my favorite falls in film. Nobody 2 seems like the most unnecessary to me. Yes, the first movie was really good and was equally successful, so a sequel was inevitable, but the idea is kind of lackluster and very derivative. But the creative team is great, so I'm optimistic. I do like that his job is to take out people and he didn't have to return to normal life. I also like that his wife is okay with it. There are too many sequels where the opposite is true. There are too many sequels where the opposite is true, and I'm glad that they're not doing it. The Son, on the other hand.
What kid?
The one you missed?
The kid not liking the parent working trope is so annoying. My mom worked like 6 days a week for like 12 hours a day. She missed almost every sports game, but I never held it against her. She was working to allow me to go to sports events. I honestly fucking hate it when stories do this. What the fuck was that? The fact that he didn't just fuck him up then and there is crazy.
I left my phone.
What? No! What? No!
He had enough restraint to walk away, but not enough to stay away.
You lie like you're way better.
It wasn't. That's the point. The Bad Guys 2 makes the most sense to me. And it didn't have setup, so haha, fuck you. It was just a well-executed animated movie aimed at children with great animation and voice acting. So of course they would make a sequel. It's just easy money. And also DreamWorks is on fire lately. Well, you know, DreamWorks is on fire lately. They did make the holiday specials that look like PlayStation 2 cutscenes. The problem with sequels to successful projects is consistency. When making the first movie, there's no expectations. We don't know the characters, we don't know their quirks. The writers have the freedom to make whatever they want. They can create characters to fit in a specific story. Telling a different story with the same characters is really difficult and could easily ruin the movie and the characters, even if the story is good. But I guess I'm just afraid that the sequel might not be as good, so I preemptively dislike the idea of it. I mean, some sequels are my favorites.
Get away from her, you bitch!
So, we'll see. Anyway, that's it. Fuck off.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.